Coming to BBC Two this autumn.
Ow! Oof.
Ah! The girl who forgot she didn't have pierced ears.
The gentleman from the Football Association is here.
Show him in, Carol. Tony, how's it hanging? Good to see you.
Hello.
May I introduce to you my most revered, the most valuable, the most efficient, the most dynamic TV researcher in all of America. Susie Michaels.
Hello.
Hi.
Take a seat, why don't you? Now, Tony, Anthony, off the bat, shooting from the hip, and I think you know me well enough by now to know that I'm an off-the-bat, shooting-from-the-hip kind of guy.
Oh, yes.
Off the bat, shooting from the hip. Tell me, I have to say this. You know how excited this TV station was at the plans to carry the 1994 World Cup finals.
Oh, yes.
Now, Tony, after seeing the games in Italy, and I think Susie will back me up here, I have to say that we are even more excited. Susie.
Even more.
Good. That's good news.
It is good news, Tony. Tony, it is good news. I think we have an exciting, viable, and let's not be afraid of the word, lucrative adventure in front of us.
Yes, well, I think holding the cup here will really help get Americans even more interested in football than they really are.
Tony, can I stop you there to interject an interjection? Sure. That word, football. Susie's research has shown that a lot of people are having trouble with that word. Susie?
We're sending the American public a confusing message, Tony. We already have football in the USA. American football. Our research is telling us the American public cannot assimilate two games with the same name.
How about soccer?
With the best will in the world, Tony, soccer is gibberish.
It's gibberish, Tony. Research tells us it's gibberish.
We have an alternative word we'd like to run by you. Susie?
Goal game.
Goal game?
Goal game. It's tested very well.
Don't you just love it? Goal game. Great graphic potential with the 2 G's, you know?
Well, I don't really think...
Hey, Tony, we haven't prepared you for this. But there's no hurry. We don't have to rush any decision yet. We've got 4 years, for Christ's sake.
He's put the World Cup, you know.
Now, Tony, can I stop you to interject another interjection here?
World Cup. It's not researching well as a title, Tony. It's limiting. We like Universe Cup.
It's always been called the World Cup, hasn't it?
Tony, 4 years. These are just a few ideas, huh? Here's another idea. Let's pull its pants down and see who wipes its ass, eh?
The two halves concept.
Halves? Oh, you mean halves.
Oh, how quaint.
Reasonably quaint.
Yes, we're going to need at least 6 halves.
Commercial breaks, Tony. That's what it's all about, remember?
And we're going to need more scoring, Tony. 0-0, 1-0, 1-all. Americans aren't going to stand for scores like that. They'll flick the dial.
They will, Tony. They'll flick the dial.
I see. Well, perhaps we ought to make the goals 10 times bigger.
Oh. Do I detect a note of sarcasm in that oh-so-beautiful British voice of yours, Tony? Bigger goals. We're not all Philistines, you know. We're not going to suggest bigger goals.
Good.
Susie.
2 balls.
2 balls, Tony! Twice the action, twice the excitement.
I see. Well, I think I better ought to consult with the FIFA Management Committee about all this.
Hey, Tony. We've thrown this at you all at once. You get back home and you mull it over. You like to have a mull, don't you? You get home and have a good old mull, will you do it?
I'll get back to you.
You get back to us, Tony. You do that, okay?
Goodbye.
Missing you already. Well, I think that went rather well.
I think so.
I think so.
I think so. Oh, darn, I forgot to mention one thing.
What?
The United States has to win.
Don't
think he'll have a problem with that.
Coming to BBC Two this autumn. The girl who was jealous of where other people sat.